If you're a true lover of African hip-hop music, then chances are you felt the pulse of Zlatan Ibile. Now, this is a street poet who has turned cultural evangelist over the years. And today, we're celebrating his new album, Symbol of Hope. And we at Guardian Music, we've caught up with him so that we're going to get into this album. Thank you for joining us today on the studio, Zlatan. How's it going, man? How's your day been? Cool. See, your studio gives the vibe of a marathon artist, someone who creates on the go all the time. So how do you feel making music inside the space?
Yeah, this is a private studio just to record. And yeah, I've had this studio for like a year now.
Yeah.
I used to have one before, like I just moved to this one. So just not being able to do so much here. Just some few tracks on the album, and then some of the songs we've made before, rounding them up here. Just some Easy remix and some new song. Ruga,
Well, which do you prefer, making music outside or inside here?
It depends. I always make music on the road. Sometimes on my dining table, if I need to. Sometimes at the hotel, the apartment, me and myself in the country. If I'm in Nigeria, I prefer to always just record here, like this studio is like a room there for me to relax when I'm tired. There's a kitchen to get food.
Yeah, so speaking of Symbol of Hope right now, what does this album mean for you?
This album actually means a lot to me. This album is also like a symbol of hope. The album itself is a symbol of hope to me that I can always evolve and do better in life. It's time from Zanku to Racer and to now to a new project. The sound, I don't know, I need bottled water. You can just bump into them and see them having an iPhone because there's level to this shit on the highlight. Just telling someone to help you or just beg, you can have millions of that because of how it is. But to me, I know there are some people that just to have 3 square meal is hard for them. There's some people that they don't see Range Rovers. When I was growing up, I grew up in an area whereby I would see Range Rover or see G-Wagon that would prompt me to say, I want to have this car. It was when people just finish what they're doing, it's either you go into farming or cause most of us our parents are not just average, it's either you just open a business or end up teaching in a secondary school. Not that people are not okay to their extent, but this not extra thing that's making people want to do so much. So I always try to connect with the people. I always want to make them feel my lyrics are enough for me alone. When I make music for everyone. I want to make people singing my song, and it feels like they are the one talking to themselves, they're making words of affirmation to themselves, or that saying, oh, I want my life to get better. I'm saying it even despite that my life has gotten better. I make lyrics oh, I want my life to get better. To some extent, yeah, you think I'm better, but I want to be more better, and then the person that's not as better as me wants to be better like me. Yeah. So that's
I mean, well said. But I'm interested in, you've been talking a lot about mental health, and how you've, parts of your own experiences have shaped how you make music now.
Yeah.
So let's just go into that experience. What kind of challenges did you deal with, and how did you even overcome that?
Make it before now I'm making the music, or before
no, before this album,
before this album. Yeah, before this album they were from my last album.
Okay, it doesn't have to be on a specific project, but generally, you've been vocal about this.
Yeah.
So, what types of challenges did you face?
I think it was only once. I think it's only once that I just tweeted about, because I'm really not the person that really likes to let everything out like that. But I think my tweet was, if you have someone in your family or someone that's coming up that wants to make music. As you guys are keeping money for promo, they should keep money for therapy as well. It's only right, but what people don't know is sometimes therapy might be, a therapist might be your partner, a therapist might be your mom. This is why I was just trying to say something.
Was it more like anxiety or?
Yeah, it was all of that. It was all of that for me. There was time where man was depressed, and there were times where man was having anxiety, because obviously my concern about music was blowing up.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that being relevant is even more crazy than the blow up. So my concern was I wanted to blow, and then boom, Olamide gave me my first verse that changed everything around. And then as soon as I got that song, I was like, oh, I was not gonna get my tattoo if I don't have I was not sure. So let me not go get a tattoo before my first hit song. So I was patiently waiting for my first hit song. As soon as I had that one, I went to go get a tattoo.
What tattoo was that?
I'm trying to it's crazy.
You can just tell us what you wrote.
I wrote my name, Temidayo.
Oh, okay.
My one was Turn to Joy. Yeah. So that was when I made the first song, and I realized that there's even more job to be consistent and remain relevant. And then everyone was like, oh, that could be flop. The street artists, they only come with one bangers, and then there will be nowhere to be found again. With the kind of sounds Zlatan makes, I don't think it's gonna last 1 year in the industry. He makes street music. These guys, they don't look, you understand? So I became even more really concerned. Oh, so this is just getting started. And I was sometimes it now amounted to pressure. You understand? It amounted to pressure. It amounted to lack of confidence sometimes, anxiety, panic attacks. You understand? I'm stressing myself, overworking myself, drinking, just to keep my head straight. You understand? So there were times like that, and then I just kept on going from Able God to Killing Them. Luckily for me, it just went going things went going smooth, although. So that was the time I came out. I won the best new act in Afro. I won the best collaboration of the year. Everyone was coming for bias. Everyone wanted the spice of Zlatan in their stew.
So the Zlatan effect.
Everyone wanted Zlatan effect. It was going on and on and on. And then it now happened at one time. I just thought to myself, because literally I was never signed. I'm not one of those artists that got signed by an artist. You understand? I didn't get signed into a system that was already established. It was just me figuring my things out with the help of my colleague Olamide, then Davido. Davido immediately called me up after they paid for my video, and then from there to Killing Them. You understand? So all these things were happening. It was just me. I didn't have an experience. I didn't have a whole full management. And it was just me.
No structure.
It wasn't proper structure. I was just doing my thing. My brothers, two of my brothers, and there are 2 of my friends that we used to record in the studio back then, in Studio Rat. They are my friends. And then in 2020, after some tracks back to back, I registered my record label, and I'm okay, I'm not trying to sign any artists, but my friends can leverage on the platform. And then I decided to drop an EP with them, Papi Snowball Bars and Jamu Piper, and then I took a break during that process. And after that, I took a break, and I said, okay, Jamu Piper, I wanted to let him go. I did a song with him and Mayor Condas, or I did of Lily when viral. His status changed. I was happy to see that I could help my brother, like someone that we both like struggled together on my way up. And then the second, like Still Relax, and he dropped If Not Be You, and the song went #2 in the country, and then everything changed for him. It was like, okay, good, this is a vision that I saw, and I'm happy. And through that process, I didn't drop a song for like 3 months, and I started seeing tweets like, oh, finally I said it, that Zlatan would only be here for like a limited time. I've not heard from Zlatan for like some months now. Like I didn't drop a song. It wasn't like I dropped a song and you guys didn't feel it. It wasn't like I just took a break. I was like, but this is just 3 months break, and people were like, so it started like making me feel like, oh, so this is what people are talking about, like when it gets to a time like you won't get it right again. Sometimes like I'll be worried, and then I was worried for some time, and then luckily for me, we recorded Cash App. I think it was Cash App, and then everything went up again. And then Lagos Anthem went, and then sometimes everything goes mid again, cool. So I now learned that, come on, I can't keep myself like. There's no need to like really like, cause I've seen it happen 1, 2 times. I'm like, oh, okay. I just need to actually like cool down and then do the most important thing, which is like record and always like be hardworking and make music. And then that was how I was able to like get the balance and just understand. And then over the years,
Speaking of recording, there's one particular thing I like about your music, that how free spirited you are with your slangs. Like, what is Kapai Chumai Chumai Chumba? For instance, like where were you when all those catchphrases came into your mind? Like, just tell us about it.
Yo, Kapai Chumai Chumai Chupako, man. This is a spiritual language, man. It's a spiritual language that only people from the Casablanca town understand.
Which Casablanca in Nigeria?
Casablanca de Catamatofia, not for ordinary people.
Okay. I mean, we'll still gonna make our findings. But for now, the Casablanca, what did you call it again?
Casablanca de Catamatofia.
The Catamatofia. Okay.
Citizen.
I mean, but I think it was also around that time Zanku, that Zanku, and even the dance as well. Like, it went really viral. So, what was the inspiration behind that name itself, Zanku? What does it mean?
So Zanku actually means Zlatan Abeg No Killers. That's the full meaning for Zanku.
How'd you get the name? Just came to your head.
No, there's one of my songs, Jogo, Moti Jogo. Oju ti fẹ́ pàdé with Slim Cash and Amari. meeting got me. So I think in one of the second verse, Lamba ti pọ̀jù lẹ́nu ẹni bọ́dọ̀ ti máa is Zlatan Abeg No Killers. So like the line.
It's stuck from there.
Yeah, so Lamba ti pọ̀jù lẹ́nu ẹni bọ́dọ̀ ti máa is Zlatan Abeg No Killers. So like people were like always commenting like Zlatan Abeg No Killers, Zlatan Abeg. So I just took like the Z, A in the front and everything. So that was what formed Zanku. So like when I was in school, like when I was growing up before music, I knew about Alanta, Skillewu, and like dancing. Like I know about like, so like in my head when I started, because first of all, I never wanted to be an artist. Like I wanted to play football. So like I failed WAEC, and then found myself pulling my friends to the studio before I wrote my WAEC again, and that was how like I started like making music. So when I like gained admission into like Polytechnic, I didn't have like 3 songs then. I didn't know how it happened. This is why I pursued my musical career. Like when I was 19 years old, I literally just went to school. My first semester, I've not written like my first semester, as I mentioned. I don't have a place of my own. I was cutting with my friends with just 2 shirts and like a trouser, and then just trying to like figure out how I'm gonna even pay my admission fee so I don't lose my admission. Like, cause we were given like time, and then like a competition came up in school whereby we had to rap talent with just 15 naira. My friend bought the SIM card. It was an Airtel program, and then I don't know how it happened to cut the long story short. I won a car when I was 19. So that was one like made me like.
That's the picanto.
Yeah, that's the picanto. So that was what made me like, oh my God, like I came to school trying to like just make my parents proud because, bro, I knew how they managed to like put everything together to make me go to that polytechnic. And then when I won the car, I just said to myself like, this is
your calling.
Yeah, this is my calling, and that's how like.
But the dance, that
yeah, the dance, that's also where I'm going. Sometimes I'm just disconnecting. But when I got to school, I just decided that I wanted to have a dance. Like if I ever become like a blown artist, like cause it was the dance that made me popular. It was the dance that made me actually. But the dance was part of why I won.
It was part of your performance.
The car, yeah. So then it was Shoki that was raining. So whenever like my friends like, I was in school with like 12 of my average student like me that are not so good at like have like so small little, you understand? Like 12 of us from the hood are like average student that couldn't like our jam results could not go to university, so we had to go to polytechnic. So like there's like a group association of us from my hood, from my secondary school that picked that school. So on getting to the school, it was like there were like 16 of us from the hood. So we like go home together, trek to the Sapro together. So like something was happening at the bus shed, like for freshers, and then like that was when I just started like rapping 3 songs in the hood. So they were pushing me like, come on, go try, like come outside, like. So like, you know, now me coming outside with like 16, I already have like 16 fans already. So like I'm coming out, like I came outside, I was the first thing I used to do was dance. As I'm dancing, my friends are already screaming like, hey, you will know we came together. Hey, and then I just start rapping. So like it made like it created like an awareness like to me, like whenever I wanted to like rap. So like the competition came up and I used the same strategy. Like when they give me mic and I'm supposed to rap for like 1 minute, I'm gonna dance for 10 seconds and then start rapping for like the next 50 seconds. So like that's like people were like just, so most of the time before I even start saying anything, they already start shouting, and then even when the rap is already like shaking, I just hide my rap under the noise and everything. Just, you understand? I was just getting into music that time, but I was lucky I won. So I had a dance that time. I had a dance in school. Like I had a song that was popular. It was Ebola. And I had a song called
Ebola.
Yeah, I was literally used to like using whatever was like
happening around
that time. Yeah. So I had a song. Ebola in school 2013-14. It was viral. Like Ebola. Oh, you know something Ebola. So it was popular because I used to like. And I had this new song called Kuzu. I created a dance to it. Like it went viral. And then after like I now blew up proper, like I was always wanted to have like a global dance, but it was Shaku that was running then, like you know how Shaku was really heavy out there. But you know most of these dances actually start from like grassroots of the street, like before something gets global, like on the Nigeria, like global, like well seen in the industry, like scene, like very popular. It starts from like grassroots, like if you go to Fela Shrine, for example, like, I can bet you that the dance that you guys will see next year, like August.
They're already dancing.
Yeah, they're already dancing. So I used to go to Fela Shrine that time. So like I had a dance then it was supposed to be Shakiti Bobo. It was supposed to be Shakiti Bobo. So it was like it was the same move. It was that exact move. But mine was Kuzo. And then I think this is gonna be the first time I'm even talking about this, like very well. Mine was Kuzo, but it was the same Shakiti Bobo move, and then it was already like big in the school. People were already like dancing to it. Yeah, and all of a sudden I just woke up one day and then I just said, and you're more Obi, and you're more Obi, boy information, like. So it turned out to be Shakiti Bobo. Like, bro, I just came into the class the next day and everyone was like, oh, yo, Bo, what's up now? Did you go and sell this? Did you sell the song? Did you sell the dance? Like, they don't know how music works. And everyone was just on me like, did you send this song? Like, someone like, how can you be so foolish that you allowed them take your so your dance, like, they were like, bro, let's go spam Olamide's page and like, let's go Cosima, and like, bro, I'm like, look at this guy, bro. These guys don't even know how much motivation, like inspiration this guy is to me my whole life. Like, bro, I'm like, I didn't say, I said me, I'm not gonna be a part of that. And then I don't know, maybe it's because my background and like my upbringing, it was like a little bit like more moderate, like the kind of parents that I have. Like I could like think when others like want me to like think one way, I could like just come out of the box and see from the other aspect. So in my head I was like, well, how do I want to like blow up, and I want to say it's Olamide that I want to start like dragging.
Yeah.
But I just said, well, I don't mind, well, you guys can just forget about this old. So like, well, that's me. I said, no, like, well, it even happened that I now went to even post the Shakiti Bobo song, like, well, because I understood that even at that time I was calling it Kuzo. Some people were already calling it something else elsewhere, even under like grassroots as well. So like, it was a Shakiti Bobo, that was how Shakiti Bobo happened, and like, my own was Kuzo at that time, and I let it go, and then
it happened again because around that time legwork again blew up because of that.
So when legwork now blew up, I now made sure that I gave it Zanku, which is Zlatan Ibile. So that is, I don't want them to take it out from me. Like, my name is attached to it. A lot of people didn't know what Zanku means then, but they took it like
that was the dance.
That was the dance. That was the name. I let this sink into everyone's body before I now let them know that the actual meaning is Zlatan Ibile Zanku. And it went viral. I was so happy to have my own dances because I know the video had Skinny Who, Likesh had Shoki. So like when Zanku came up, the leg up was everywhere. Beyonce danced to it. Like it was just everybody's leg was just took over. And I can really say, like, from Zanku legwork in the history of Nigeria, there hasn't been an actual...
There hasn't been a moment like
that. For dance, like, they've just been mixing everything up.
I'm even hoping and counting on you to bring up another one, so...
And it was big cool as well, but like, you know, sometimes, like, you really, it's really not by your power, like,
just happens.
Yeah, it just happens, really, but not by you can claim it's right, like you knew what you were doing, but like trust me, like,
it just came up like that. Yeah. Okay, but still tying back to this whole symbol of hope, and I noticed that you've had this consistency in co-signing different emerging artists. Like, on your album, you've worked with Maddie and Fola, among some of the new voices that we have in Afrobeats. So, but what draws you to artists? Like, what touches you about an artist that makes you want to support them?
The same thing that drew Olamide's attention to me. The same thing that made Davido danced. I was in the hood trying to look for money to drink, carried out, and Davido just danced to my song and posted it on his main page. Like, that was his first 1 million views on Instagram that year. Then he just went viral and he called me and made a song for me. You understand? So like, ever since I've looked at my journey, it's always been one person to one person helping me, from one person telling me to taking me to the studio, to another person buying the SIM card of the form of the car I want, to Olamide sending me a DM. You understand? It's just been like one person like helping from one stage to the other. It's been true support that I've been able to like actually gain my stance. So like, to me, some people feel like when they blow up, they want to hold, like they want to just focus on themselves squarely, of which probably, maybe, if I'm just blowing right now, I'm just blowing up last year, maybe that would be my route as well, like probably like be more like maybe selfish to myself, like just concentrate on myself, you understand? So like, but it didn't happen for me like that. People helped me, so me as well. I'm ready to like share, share like collaboration is like one of the major things in music. Like you can't do everything on your own, and then I think what some people feel reluctant to like call, like be the one to eat up like new artists when they see them like trying and say, okay, let's make music together. But that's not the case on my own end. Like, even if you're 10, you're 16 years old, you're 15, you're 20, as long as you're doing something nice, I don't mind. I'll call you like, bro, let's link up in the studio, let's make music together, let's exchange vocals and like that can exchange first and support us and stuff. So yeah, always like down, man. I don't know, luckily for the people that few of them I've never liked, I don't like talking about it. Like I'm never that artist that's ever like I've never done one single PR about people that have like helped or like done verse for that like changed their status, like, cause it was just like
quiet about it.
It was just like genuinely like I've done my part. Like you understand. There's no need like trying to like put it on the face of people. Like, oh, I was the one that did this or did that. Like,
yeah, top guy for him, man. I mean, so speaking of tops and you know how fly you've been with your own career, like what drew you to fashion? When did you know you were going to do it?
I knew I was gonna do fashion because of what the pepper that clothes showed me when I was growing up. Clothes really showed me pepper, like, well, showed me pepper, man. Wow, so imagine, even when I won my car in school, I still had one shirt to the extent that my lecturer said, oh, is it only this? It was like in front of the whole class, like, is this only this shirt that you have?
You don't mean it.
Yeah. I felt so embarrassed that day because I was given the car without a penny, and I couldn't feed myself, and now I added like more problems to my. I couldn't feed myself. How do I want to like buy food? So it was crazy.
Did you sell the car?
Yo, I was at some point I had to like just start using the car for taxi in the night. Yeah, we went out on the body like from like Abeokuta to Shagamu, like 200 naira or 580. Some of them look at the car and be like, oh, we can't pay you that. Didn't you win the car? I'm like, oh, what do you mean? Because I win the car now, you have to pay less. And, I ended up like, as a point I had to sell the car, man. I had to sell the car, man. I had to sell the car. I sold the car, yeah. But I'm grateful to God that wasn't like my last car. Then after then, like, I can't even count how many people like I bought car for. That's a story for another day. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, we watched this video where your son was talking to you about your music and all. What would you say has been the biggest lesson fatherhood has taught you? Or maybe how has it changed you in a way in terms of how you approach even business?
You just made me sit up more. Like, it just made me realize that I can't be thinking like, you understand the way like a father would like I want to use like a parable. Like if you go to like maybe like a restaurant, a canteen, a buka, you understand? If the way someone that doesn't have a child and probably a girl at home will eat will be different from the way someone that knows that she has to take something home will eat, you understand? Like, it just changed my whole, like I was young, I was 25 when I had my first child. I was just, you see, I know there's some new guys now that like, crazy, you understand? But like, we were crazy as well, but like, as soon as my son came, he just toned down the whole madness, you understand? He just toned down the whole madness, of which, at some point, like, used to tell like my friends like he almost cost me like cause all of a sudden I started becoming like very calm, like too calm, like because I decided to be calm, I started finding some things like I started feeling reluctant to do some normal stuff, like some crazy stuff that I would just do on a normal day, and then the fans would be laughing about it, like, oh yeah, I like these crazy things. That time is a crazy nigga, but I didn't want anyone to call me a crazy nigga. I wanted to like, because I wanted like my son to look up to me one day, and then I wanted to be able to say like to my son to do this and not do this, and then he would feel like, okay, yeah.
Do you think if he wants to do music, would you like him to do music?
I didn't do what my father wanted me to do, like, but I just did what I wanted to do. So yeah, I feel with my son, today he wants to be an astronaut, tomorrow he wants to be an engineer, next to my son. I think he's too young. What I would have loved him to do is play football.
Okay, and this last segment of the interview, I just want to ask some rapid fire questions. Firstly, what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Really just start tapping the bed to look for where my phone is.
Okay. Yeah, if you could only keep 3 social media apps on your phone, or rather 3 apps on your phone, what would they be?
Not social media.
No, not just social media, any app.
Bank app. Different banks.
Okay, what's your favorite social media app?
I'll be on Instagram most of the time, like Instagram and Twitter, but like Instagram more.
Okay, what's one thing Zlatan does that your fans will be shocked to know you do?
Shocked?
Or what's, maybe it could be a hobby or a secret talent or some obsession that you have. Maybe people have different interests.
I wouldn't be shocked, man. Is there anything that I want to do that anyone has not done before?
Or like maybe, let me phrase it like, what are some of your biggest hobbies or strongest hobbies?
Yeah, some people like still feel like, I don't know. I've never said it before, but like I stopped smoking like 4 years ago.
Wow.
And then everyone keep asking me every time on Twitter and Instagram that, like, do you still smoke? Like, maybe if I'm making like video with like my friends, and then maybe the next artist is like holding like a spliff, and then like they'll be commenting, Zlatan doesn't smoke, Zlatan doesn't smoke, look at his skin, he thinks it's because Zlatan doesn't smoke. I've never said anything about it, but like, yeah, I stopped like smoking like 4 years ago now. Never said that before. Never tweeted about it before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lot of cool firsts that we've heard today.
Okay. I don't have no problem with people smoking but still. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're not making music, what would you typically be doing? Or where is that one place you'd like to be?
If I was not making,
yeah, if you're not recording music, what are you usually up to?
If I'm not recording music right now, I'm probably thinking of ways of making more money as well from music.
Get that money up, bro.
Yeah, aside from music, everybody thinking about how to make more money and stuff. Like, some other stuff. Like music is just one aspect of my life. That I have like some other different aspects of life. Yeah. Life is not involved about just music.
Okay, cool. So finally, what would you say is the vision for Zlatan Ibile? Like, what do you want to take the brand to, or what do you want your fans to ultimately experience from your music 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
Wow, I just think, man, it's hard, man. I'm probably thinking this is gonna be like, because I get it. It's like my lyrics just goes like, make money, don't sleep on yourself, don't give up. I'll be dropping like party jams as well. You understand? But I think most of the time when I talk, when I'm rapping, like people they get the message. And then I'm thinking, should I just stop telling people not to give up and just focus on shaky bam bam, biggie bam bam, and things, or like still continue, like still be doing it once in a while, because there's definitely gonna be people from time to time that actually just needs like words of encouragement. So like, yeah.
What's the name?
I'm just gonna be doing my thing like I've been doing it, like make music. Like I don't feel pressured anymore like I used to be, like from way back. So like I make music now with so much like peace of mind, like with ease, like not being pressured, not where I want to be right now, but like I'm still very, very much grateful for where God has brought me.
Okay, thank you so much, Zlatan, man. And you've heard it from the lyrical juggernaut himself, all the way from Abeokuta, all the way from Zanku to this present moment. It's been a rise of street hop, and it's been a celebration of best of what we could offer from Nigerian music. And we shared all the juicy experiences. Make sure you keep following Guardian Music, make sure you stream Symbol of Hope, and also make sure you keep sharing the gospel of Afrobeats to the world. Thank you so much for having us.